Hey guys, Virginia here, Makerspace Coordinator and Chief Imaginator Extraordinaire. I would like to welcome you to the COLAB, the Central Ontario Laboratory, where we use ideation, research, entrepreneurship, and social innovation to fuel your amazing ideas and create lasting change. We are here to educate, inspire, and activate. Prepare to educate yourself with seasoned mentors, be inspired by compelling voices, and activate your plan for success. Welcome to the COLAB. Hey guys, I'm Virginia, this is the hair that lives on top, and today we are going to be talking about some spooky, spooktacular Halloween things that we can make. I'm really excited. I got Jamie here, who is also a maker, and we're going to talk about some of the things that we've made and why Halloween is our favorite.
That's right. Awesome. I love making stuff. If you've ever been over to our other place, you would see how many things that we make. And so we thought we'd share some of our tips and tricks. And so I'm Jamie. I am the Executive Director of Research, Innovation, Entrepreneurship at Georgian College. But as I said, I'm a creative maker kind of person, and I love just kind of dreaming up something and then figuring out how to make it. And one of the things I really believe in is make stuff with the things that are around you. You know, I don't really go online and just order something. I usually just maybe go on and look and say, that'd be neat. How could I make that out of a garbage pail and a bed sheet and, whatever else we need. And then there's lots of really cool techniques you can use to like take everyday objects like a paper towel and transform it into a material that you can actually sculpt with or something.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about some of that stuff because Halloween's coming up, and that means that people are going to start thinking about decorations and costumes.
Yes. So the first thing that I would like to talk about is something from my childhood, which was the show Art Attack.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. So
I watched it.
That is probably the basis for how all my making really started, including my dad's a maker. But when he used to show these great episodes using toilet paper, white glue, and a little bit of water, and you'd be able to do basically paper mache and sculpt these really cool shapes. So he did like cool scary faces on pumpkins and all sorts of things.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the beginning of my, I can do this just with white glue, water, and toilet paper. I have those things.
Cool. We do some stuff sometimes too where we go to the dollar store because you can get cheap stuff there. Right. And it's good starting material. So like even if you bought a mask there, and it's not a very good mask, but you could build on top of it. I'll show you a couple. So here, start over here. These masks right here were just like white plastic masks that you could buy from the dollar store. And then they came with this little ribbon that's on there. And so all we did was just paint them. So we spray painted them black. We added some jewels on there and some feathers. So everything you see here was actually purchased from the dollar store. So this mask really cost almost nothing. And here's a different version of one. This one doesn't have a strap on it anymore, but you can see that. So it's kind of fancy, right? You just like
I love those feathers. They're so fun.
Masquerade party kind of thing.
Yes.
And then we did this one too. This one actually on the back, I'll show you. See, you can buy these at the dollar store. They're a paper face. So that's the entire face.
Okay.
And the eyes are cut out, and then there's a nose and a mouth. But for this mask, we basically trimmed it so that it was a different shape. So, and then the top of the head part there, we folded that up. Instead of it being down, that would be around your head at the back. It folded it up so we could add these feathers on the top. And then all these little gold pieces here, these are actually little squares of wood.
Okay.
That we just glued on. Like it was like kind of like, I don't know, there was a bag of miscellaneous wood that you could get from the dollar store. So we just glued that on with hot glue and spray painted it gold. So then it looks kind of like one of those like Mayan kind of.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Ceremonial mask. It's got shininess to it.
I love it.
Those are some fun masks, and like those took a little bit of time to make, but they were very inexpensive.
Yes. One of the masks that I have worn in the past, one of the really creepy ones that I have made is this guy right here.
Oh my God, yes.
Currently, it is full of hay. But originally, what I did was I took some burlap and some wire, and then I just took an old candle that I had, and I just started melting it onto the front.
Oh, yeah.
And it is just a hodgepodge of just sticking things together using the hot glue gun and giving it a go and just trying. And as you can see, this part right here it has like a black mesh on it. So I could still see through the costume.
So is the wire kind of like chicken wire? Is that what you used?
No,
or
it's
is
just
it a different kind
strips
of
of wire. Just strips of wire from the dollar store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you could
and then
use
so
pipe
the
cleaners
color.
if you wanted to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the color on there, is that paint or is that the wax
That's
that
the
makes
wax.
the color?
That is a cheap wax dollar store candle that I used to just
Amazing.
drip and like dipped in the wax and painted it with it, and it just came out so well. It was very creepy.
Super scary. Like I could imagine making a horror movie with that mask.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I have this really wicked shirt.
I love it.
Don't worry, there's more. There's more to come. But you can see here, I'll move my mic and you can see this shirt has some really amazing frills on it.
The frills. That is a classic vampire shirt, if I've ever seen one from like the 1950s, 60s era, or 1960s
exactly.
prom.
Yes, actually, you're getting closer to where this is really from. This is actually from my grandfather's wedding. This was from his tuxedo. So he would have had a jacket and a bow tie. Yeah. And I have no idea what year they got married. It would have been in the 40s. So this is a super old shirt. But see, it doesn't even fit me. So there's no way I can deal with it. But it's the best shirt. So I've had it forever, and I use it on Halloween a lot because it goes with all kinds of things, and you can cover it up with a jacket so it doesn't matter that it's a little too small. And I wrap my bow tie around there or something like that.
It's one of those essential items to have for anybody who does a lot of fun with costumes, is having that like white collared shirt.
And the tickle trunk. I don't know, you probably didn't watch Mr. Dress Up.
I did watch Mr. Dress Up, yes.
He was a children's performer, a TV superstar back when I was a child, and I loved the fact that he had this thing called the tickle trunk, and in there were just costumes. So whenever they decided it was time to get dressed up, they'd go over there to the tickle trunk, take out a few things, and get all dressed up. And my whole life I've always had that, and now with my partner and friends, we've all got them. So it's like when it's time for Halloween, you can just pull stuff out. And so speaking about homemade, this is my my fun fur tuxedo jacket to go with my 1940s wedding shirt.
I love it. Are you going as Tiger King? Are we?
Yeah, I guess I
Tiger
could,
King?
couldn't I? Yeah. Well, I could go with any one of my masks too. I could just do this and be like, "Who is that masked man?
Who is that masked man over there?"
Boy.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I have a costume from last year where I went as a fairy, and I know a lot of people have trouble finding cool or like comfortable I'm going to say more winterized versions of dresses to wear for going up for Halloween. So what I say to people is go ahead and go into, the Sally Ann or whatever, find a nice looking dress and then dazzle it up yourself with some get the glue gun out, go get some feathers from the dollar store, get some stuff and start spray paint it. Exactly.
And that expanding foam, that is every maker's dream.
It's the coolest stuff.
You can kind of sculpt with it. You can make a big blob out of it and then sculpt it with a knife and cut it into whatever shape you want.
Yep.
Or we have used it actually to make fake coals. So it makes it look like you have a fire pit.
Oh, cool.
So you take some Christmas lights, lay them down on the ground, take the expanding foam, and then just pour it all over the lights.
Yeah.
And so the foam is kind of like a blob on top of the lights. And then you can kind of spray paint the blob with some reds and blacks and stuff. And then when you plug the lights in, it all glows and it makes it look like it's actually a whole bunch of hot coals.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes, it's so great.
I have a big habit of making dolls. I have been making, I like little dolls, I like big dolls. I don't have like a huge collection of dolls, don't worry, it's not like that. I have a small collection of very creepy dolls.
Okay, so you have one? Can you show
Yes,
it to
I
us?
do. So this is one that I made. This is my face right here. It's a plaster cast of my face. So on the inside, it's my face. This is one of my fancy puppet dolls. So it has little things, but this is just really terrible material from Fabricland that is just dress liner that I got for like $2 a meter. and then it's not well finished off. It's just very like, and then I just threw some acrylic paint on it, and I was just like, let's just paint it till it looks creepy. And I think
mission
we made it.
accomplished.
But she was very lonely, so I made her a friend.
Oh yeah.
But
Same material.
They're soft.
Oh yeah. So
And
what do you stuff it with?
So it's just stuffed with polyfill, so just stuff from cushions. So if you have an old cushion laying around, and might as well just use the fabric from the old cushion and also the cushion stuffing, and you'll get yourself some creepy dolls. I have a great hood and a cape here, which is great for the wintertime.
You're like Little Red Riding Hood almost, right? Except it's not a red hood.
It's not a red hood. So the hood and everything was just made with one single piece of fabric that I got in the discount bin as per usual. I added a hole that normally there's a drawstring on it, so I can actually pull it tight.
Oh yeah.
So that's a really nice feature of it. But I just watched a YouTube tutorial, and it's basically two rectangles sewn together. And I had been like, oh, I have to go buy all these things all the time. And then I realized when I watched a YouTube, I was like, oh, that is just two rectangles sewn together. I could probably figure that out.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. There's so much good stuff on YouTube that you can pick up and learn how to make something. Even if you're just dreaming something up and you'll have no idea how to make it, just Google that for Halloween decoration, and somebody will show you how to make it. So we've covered a lot of ground on this one. I think if we summarized,
we need to do one last thing.
We need to do one last thing. Okay.
What is your favorite Halloween candy?
I'm a big sucker for like wine gums and sour keys and stuff like that. So any Halloween candy that's kind of sweet, fruity, and chewy, I like those.
I have a habit of buying the like Cadbury boxes, or the ones that have the crispy crunches in them. And then I'll take all my favorite chocolates out and then just give the rest of the chocolate to the kids.
Yeah, the little mini Wonder Bars. I like those.
All right, so we should probably get people to like and subscribe and tell us about their, favorite Halloween stuff, what they've made. Send us some pictures. Do some cool stuff. Show us what you've done.
Yeah, what are you going to dress up as if you're dressing up and going out? And we'd love, just after you watch the video or when you get your costume, take a picture and post your picture if you can. So like and subscribe, click all those buttons and stuff, get the notification for the next video. We love making these for you. And if there are topics you want us to cover in the future, please let us know.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Bye, everyone.